Developing news on Capitol Hill, where Brett Kavanaugh has yes votes from two key senators, all but paving the path to confirmation. Washington Bureau reporter Kevin Frey joins us now with the very latest. Kevin, there's been a lot of drama, but it seems to be ending from that perspective.
Yeah, today is certainly a day packed with drama, but at this point, really, this seems to be all of a done deal, barring any breaking developments over the next 24 to 30 or so hours before they do the actual final vote. Now, Senator Susan Collins of Maine, one of those moderates that we've been really intensely watching over the past week or so, giving a very lengthy floor speech before finally saying that, yes, she will be voting for Brett Kavanaugh. Then just moments later, we heard from Senator Joe Manchin of West Virginia, who is facing a rather intense race in his home state this upcoming election season. This is the state that Trump won by a very wide margin. He's saying that he, too, will be voting for Brett Kavanaugh. Now, during her speech, Senator Susan Collins laid out what she said was her reasoning for voting for him. She said that while she understood and found Christine Blasey Ford to be rather compelling in her testimony last week when she accused Brett Kavanaugh of basically sexually assaulting her when they were in high school, she does not believe that there is any corroborating evidence to back that up. She also got rather defensive. Take a listen to some more of what she had to say.
I have been alarmed and disturbed, however, by some who have suggested that unless Judge Kavanaugh's nomination is rejected, the Senate is somehow condoning sexual assault. Nothing could be further from the truth. Every person, man or woman, who makes a charge of sexual assault deserves to be heard and treated with respect.
Now, despite her saying that earlier today when we had that procedural vote on the floor, which was kind of the first step in this two-day process of voting, Senator Lisa Murkowski of Alaska, she voted no on that stage. And when she was talking to a gaggle of reporters, she laid out kind of her reasoning for all of that and said that really this vote didn't have to do so much with whether or not he was qualified. It really had to do about the respectability going forward of both the Senate and the Supreme Court. She hasn't said one way or another how she's going to vote on actual final confirmation, but certainly laying out the groundwork for what she says is really an issue when it comes to the respectability of these institutions here in the nation's capital. So again, barring nothing changing at this point, there should be 51 votes for Brett Kavanaugh to get him onto the bench without needing Vice President Mike Pence to come up here and cast the tiebreaker. Tim?
And perhaps the senator needing to get back from his daughter's wedding as well. What is the timeline ahead for tomorrow?
Because there's always some little nuancy foil in there. Yes, he might be flying back in a private jet if something crazy happens, indeed, to try to break that last-minute vote. Yes, timeline at least is tomorrow, likely around 5 o'clock. We will see a final vote here in terms of Brett Kavanaugh's confirmation. And again, probably full steam ahead. Certainly Republican leadership very confident at this time. Reporting on Capitol Hill, I'm Kevin Frey, Spectrum News.